Hi, everybody. My name is Kyle Davila, and today we are going to be talking about drones in construction. Drones in construction is very beneficial to general contractors because of several important reasons. You have safety, you have economical costs, you have different types of cameras that you could use, like RGB and LiDAR. And these assets, I would say, help construction with money, help them stay on schedule, help them with safety. Obviously, safety is a big thing too. You're able to see more stuff from the air than you are on the ground. Like, I worked as a field engineer with Hensel Phelps, and when I was got to use a drone, it put me in situations where I didn't have to risk my safety because I could tell and see what's going on just through the drone. Purpose and application. Drones in construction are used for multiple purposes. They are used for mostly in commercial, heavy, civil, and industrial industry. Their main purpose is to help in inspections and in the surveying process. The construction drones are equipped with cameras that rotate and have high quality RGB, multispectral, thermal, or LiDAR cameras. They also have softwares that you can upload into the computer for precise accuracy. More on that is, so with these softwares, you're able to put it into the computer, you're able to get more accuracy within the quality of your build because you are able to see exactly what's supposed to go where. It's the same thing with those type of a hollow glass lens, kind of the same principle. Those softwares go hand in hand with each other. So RGB cameras. RGB camera captures buildings and surroundings features through photography multiple times from different angles. And each image is tagged with coordinates. First, these are highly detailed geotagged images can be used for assets and inspections in hard to reach areas like buildings, roofs, or high up spaces that are difficult to get to. They also provide a higher safety standard due to the employer not putting inspectors or anyone in a potential fall hazard or fall zone if they're not needed to be. That goes back to what I was saying when we first started this video, is that through drones you're able to get into, like, let's say you want someone to go into elevator shaft but you don't really know what's wrong. You could put a drone in there, have it fly up, figure out what needs to be fixed first before you even send someone up there. It also helps inspections. Same situation. If an inspector is okay with it, you're able to use a drone to go up an elevator shaft, check out all the CMU block, check out all the everything that needs to be there, make sure it's in place, and that way the inspector isn't putting himself in danger from a potential fall hazard. LiDAR camera on drones. LiDAR stands for light detection and ranging. LiDAR is a technology that has been around for many decades, but only recently been in the construction industry and for smaller drones. A LiDAR sensor sends out pulses of laser light and measures the exact time it takes for these pulses to return as it bounces from the ground. LiDAR is good for elevation. It's good for figuring out what type of elevation goes where, and it's a big thing in construction because when during my internships, my past couple internships, I was working with Hensel Phelps. I've worked with a residential company, Habitat for Humanity, and elevations are a big thing. You need to know the elevation before you're able to survey. You need to know elevations before you're able to do layout control. Elevations are a major thing in construction, and this also helps the quality of the project because if you know what the computer's telling you and what your own map and everybody else is telling you, go and go in hand, um, it's perfect. That means its margin of error is less and it's smaller than what it would be if you made a mistake in your math, or if an engineer makes a mistake in their math. This is a major thing that is very important for construction companies and especially for general contractors. The economical cost for drones. So drones are quite expensive. They can typically range from 10,000 or $10,000 to $15,000. And like I said before, they are known to be an asset for companies because if you have a drone and you own a drone, you're able to do more things with it. You're able to do it for inspections. You're able to use it for safety purposes. If you want a RGB camera on it or a LiDAR camera on it, you're able to have multiple asset gains just through your quality of work. Um, Another thing is if an injury occurs on a job site, it's a pain in the butt for everybody involved. Once OSHA gets involved with an injury, it's going to cost you a lot more than what a drone can typically cost if the injury is severe enough or if you don't get it settled. So drones are very economical for construction companies. They I have some personal experience with them. I used them when I was working with Hensel Phelps. I used them when I was working with Habitat for Humanity, and they are amazing pieces of technology. You can use them to show off your project at the end. You can use them to just for everything. So safety. So being able to monitor and inspect hard to reach places or areas in the middle of machinery without entering them obviously reduces workers' exposure to accidents. That's what I was talking about before with the elevator shaft. Drones are also added level of security to general contractors to check on their subcontractors and make sure they are following safety protocols. Add this to that safety on a construction site is also about securing the work area and making sure it's only accessible to qualified workers. I've had experience with this too. I've had experience where when I was working at UT, there was a college student who rode his bike into a job site not knowing. Um, Obviously, we're not going to have drones up all over the place to see if someone comes in, but if one of the project managers happens to be flying a drone, they could see that and tell someone to go tell them, hey, get off the job site. Drone imagery can help to locate a breach in the perimeter of a site more quickly and prevent civilian entry and potential accidents. Remember, if a civilian enters a job site and gets hurt, it's on you. It's all on you. That's liable to you. Some of the greatest improvements in safety can be found in inspections and maintenance work. Instead of climbing electrical poles or using ropes to inspect features of a facility or working along busy highways, workers can fly a drone and inspect images without putting themselves at risk. Um, that's another thing. If you're a heavy civil person and you are used to walking out the where you're going to work, walking out the site of work, and you're just trying to walk miles and miles, drones help with that immensely because you could just fly over it. You can understand what needs to be put where, and that's where those cameras also come in handy. It also helps you from not putting yourself at risk. It helps you from not potentially falling or potentially getting hit by a car. There's so many things that drones just with safety wise. Texas use. So this is my own experience with Texas use. This is a picture that I actually one of my bosses actually took at Habitat for Humanity. This is down in Bon Armory, Texas. This is our new job site. So every like week we finish a build, we have a thing called a I forgot what it's called, but designation. So we just designate the house to our homeowners, and we go from there. So what we'll do is we'll take a picture of everybody there. We fly the drones up just to see how the progress of the neighborhood, how it's going, how it's growing, and even in residential, drones are a huge asset to companies because it just shows people, look, this is what's going on. This is what our job sites want. This is what our what we want our neighborhood to look like. And it's a massive thing to show a homeowner what the future is going to look like. Summary and conclusion, drones have a very important use in the construction industry, and they are the future of the industry. They're important because when they're being used, there is less risk for the contractor, and the contractor has more control over what is happening on the job site. Another thing that I really think is that drones can save you a lot of money. It's a big asset in the beginning, but drones have the potential to take over a lot of field observations, I guess you could say. A lot of the technology nowadays, we're moving forward from walking on site to maybe doing flyovers with drones on site, maybe doing having superintendents just use drones. Um, it's just wherever the future takes us, it takes us. But this is the future, and this is a way that we can save more lives. This is a way where we can make sure quality of the project is on point. Make sure we don't have any incidents like we have in the past in Miami or in just anywhere where a building or in Biloxi, Alabama or Biloxi, Mississippi, where we had that building collapse. Or was that New Orleans? I think that was New Orleans. But that's the point. It's for quality control. It's for to make sure that the quality of the project is big, make sure the quality of materials are good, and just go from there. Some of the references I got are here. You have, yeah. So thank you very much, and I'll see you all next time.